At 170 million souls, Nigeria has the largest population on the African continent and the seventh largest in the world. For some, the West African nation's inhabitants are seen as vital consumers who will fuel the country's strong growth. For others, though, the size of Nigeria's population is responsible for the unrest and poverty that hinder its emergence as a major player in the world economy. For former Goldman Sachs economist Jim O'Neill, who brought the BRIC family of Brazil, Russia, India, and China to the attention of investors, Nigeria presents the next big thing for fund managers, alongside Mexico, Indonesia, and Turkey, in a new grouping of promising economies, the Mint.
I think absolutely. I think Nigeria is at the forefront, at least in the minds of the global investment community. We're seeing now where the Nigerian economy in many respects is hot on the tails, and in some people's minds ahead of the viability, the future viability of Nigeria versus South Africa, if I can call it that. We always believe that there's much more strength in numbers, so the more we can work together across the continent, we think that's a very good thing.
Nigeria's stock market has been outperforming projections consistently, doubling in value last year alone. The country has a huge potential consumer market for luxury brands and expensive properties, and GDP growth is over 6%, far more than stagnant economies in developed countries. Its urban music scene produces some of the most bankable artists in Africa, and the country also boasts vibrant fashion and film industries. But some economists worry that there are still many challenges until growth that benefits all Nigerians can be achieved.
You should not have a system whereby, for example, savings are attracting 3%, as savings deposits are attracting 3%, and the banks are lending at 20-something%. You can't grow significantly.
Recent studies have shown that even in some of the urban centers such as Lagos that are seen as promising, household incomes are far below the threshold needed for a retail boom. Many investors are also wary of extremism and political instability, but most of all, Nigeria faces huge energy infrastructure problems.
The key fundamental sector is obviously power, and that's where you're going to get the multiplier effect. That's where all of these associated and allied industries will be able to deliver more competitiveness internally, and it will enhance and increase global competitiveness.
With presidential elections coming up next year, President Goodluck Jonathan is sure to brandish Nigeria's inclusion in the Mint as proof that his economic policies are sound. But Nigeria has yet to find a solution to persistent insurgencies in the northeast and the Niger Delta, and shifting economic policy focus from cosseting the country's wealthy elite to empowering the many who suffer from poor infrastructure might just do the trick. Simon Bouvier, CCTV.